Hey everyone, so today's video, I actually just want to talk about the state of RTA. So RTA is closing in about 3 days prior to the making of this video. And I have to say, with the introduction of Guan Yu, things have gotten so interesting. It's actually kind of been fun. Now, I say that with a caveat because obviously the issues with arena modes in gacha games come at a cost, not just to the player base, because it can be limited sometimes, but at the other end, literally a cost with money, so you have enough heroes or good heroes to actually compete. The big striking one is obviously light and dark legendary heroes. A lot of them are really, really strong, and if you are lucky enough to have them ascended, then you have such an advantage. But I will say, even with the light and dark legendaries being a part of endgame RTA, I can honestly say that almost every single light and dark hero in the legendary slot has at least one counter to them, which is really cool. The addition of Guan Yu has just really shaken up the meta. It's interesting how speed is not as critical as it used to be. It is still an important role in the meta, which is good, but at the same time, it's not, oh, I went first, I win, which is really nice. So, heroes like Divine Yolanda, heroes like the Dark Twin, heroes like Desdemona, they all used to be really easy, strong first picks. But now, it's kind of not the case. Like, these are all still good, strong first picks. But at the same time, you have to realize that if you pick one of these people and they're not ascended, or you don't have the right type of gear or something on them, a seasonal red, green, blue hero that everyone had a chance to get will literally jump in front of them, and if built well enough, can take out their light and dark legendary hero, which is healthy, I think, for the game. I truly do, because the thing is if that is the only pick against your light and dark legendary hero, that hero can be banned and you're still in an extremely strong position. But the fact that that hero exists now is something that these LD abusers have to watch out for. So it's not a slam dunk to just go all LDs anymore. Now, there are obviously exceptions. Like if somebody has all three of these heroes, all five of these heroes on the bottom row here, and they're ascended 2 and they have all of their traits unlocked, then yeah, I mean, that person, it's going to be really, really, really hard to beat that person, and it is what it is. But I don't know anyone in the game right now that has that roster, right? And that is assuming that the person that they're playing doesn't have those heroes to counterpick. Now, if they played me, I'd get crushed, but nothing new there. But the thing that I want to mention is I think the developers hit a slam dunk with the recent Guan Yu seasonal hero. Introducing more red, green, blue heroes that specifically do well against light and dark heroes, I think is extremely healthy for the game. It not only helps with dungeons, as we've seen in Witch of the Wind, Gemini Dragon to an extent. I think this hero is going to be really good against, guild versus environment squares and stuff too. He could shake things up in guild versus guild. He might even have some applications in Void Tower, so it's not all PvP, but being able to actually do something from a red, green, blue perspective against light and darks should be something that is introduced, because it's linear. You know, it's not something where it's, hey, play this hero and you automatically win against all LDs, you know, making LDs useless. No, it's just like, do you have a problem LD hero that's fast? Do you have a problem LD hero that if they get to go, you lose? Well, here's a hero that kind of counters that. And I love that. It's been so refreshing kind of playing these last couple days with some of the best players that, you know, I respect highly in RTA. Everyone is mixing up strategies. You're seeing heroes from the red, green, blue perspective that you haven't seen in a long time just because of how much the meta has shifted. It's really cool. Light Nick used to be a hero that was okay. Nowadays, I even see myself pre-banning the hero, which is nuts. Adeline has slowly crept up to, like, one of the best heroes. I just put out a PvP tier list, and I actually might be wrong. She might be S tier. You know? She is that good. But one of the amazing things is there is a red, green, blue hero in Alicia that completely counters her. Like, curb stomp kind of counter, you know? It's not even fair. Which is amazing. But the problem with that is she's kind of like the only one. But if you're somebody who has other threats in your team, similar to like these lower 5 heroes, then, you know, you might not be able to ban the Alicia, you know, for your Adeline, which is cool, right? That's part of the charm of what's going on with the meta. So with Adeline being around, Shark Soul Andre gets way worse, right? Because she just completely counters him. He heals your entire team, he gets 2 turns, and he just kills himself. Like, he does absolutely nothing. And who was really weak against Shark Soul Andre? Light and Dark Nick. So now the Nicks kind of come alive. You know what I mean? Like, there's some variety now, which is really cool. Imogen has come along as somebody that pairs so well with Guan Yu. There's a player called What's Up, but he goes by like Krabeg in the game, where he does just a bunch of joint and bonus attacks. He is like loving this hero. I haven't talked to him, but he uses Goobeg, you know, A5 Goobeg, and pairs bonus attacks with him and Morgan, the epic crab that I just showed, along with, you know, Vengeful Hassle that does a bunch of bonus attacks that you know, complements Guan Yu. It's so cool. I love seeing heroes like this. Like, you didn't see strategies like this before. Corrupt Aurak has even made a resurgence because his attack at the beginning of the round actually counts as a bonus attack. So Guan Yu goes in and counters or joint attacks with his bonus attack. It's really neat. Yeah, like I said, Goobeg is kind of all over. He's around now. Elise is super strong in the meta. She's fast enough to take out some kind of, you know, problem hero. People can speed tune their light and dark legendaries to make sure Guan Yu, you know, doesn't jump in front of the first of the list. Like, some people used to have their Divine Yolanda in front of Alicia, but now it makes sense for Alicia to be faster than Divine Yolanda, because then she can snipe the Guan Yu before Guan Yu can come in and snipe the Divine Yolanda. Like, the amount of you know, thought that has gone into these high-end players is so cool. You know, you're still seeing your Jeromes, you're still seeing your Jocastas. I haven't seen a whole lot of Ralph. I've seen more Alicias nowadays to protect, you know, their teams. I've seen Ricks in there to take out problematic heroes. What else? Who else do we see? You know, you see the typical people in here like Atara. Nero's making a resurgence because, you know, Alicia and Karma are good. On the epic side, Fire Melisa is a top tier hero. She can snipe Desdemona. She can snipe the Dark Twin. She could snipe Guan Yu. She can kill Jerome. She can kill Cordelia. She can even snipe, some Alicias. It's a really cool time to be playing. If you have at least a somewhat competitive roster, you don't need tons of LDs. You need 1 or 2 or 3 key ones, right? Like if you have a Divine Yolanda, or if you have a Shark Solandre, or a Oderic, or a Desdemona. Things get really, really interesting for you. Now, this continues to be the problem with a game mode like this, is the light and dark legendaries are just way too hard to get. It's all luck. Some people get really, really lucky, some don't, and that continues to be an issue. But I will say right now, I'm really happy with the way that the meta has shaken out with the introduction of this one character. They've actually had a good string of these things, right? It was the introduction of Elise, which kind of changed up the meta a little bit. Alicia was pretty strong, and then Karma came along. Karma completely twisted the meta, based on Cordelia, and it affected Desdemona a little bit. And then when Karma was good, Rosalie started rising to the top. And then a hero like Nero, who was almost garbage at that point in time, then started to become a real force who could go out and nuke again. And then Jocasta got really good because she puts up, some kind of immunity, which is really important against Adeline. So they've done some really cool strings of things here, putting out necessary heroes, which gives me a little bit of faith in the developers. It's been really nice. I don't know if anyone else has seen this. I know RTA is usually a pain point for a lot of people. A lot of people hate it, and that does make me sad. I wish that they found ways to still make a casual game mode out of it. I think it would be so cool to host tournaments and stuff directly on here, and just play. People can play whenever they wanted to on here, which would be so cool. But the developers, I guess, are not moving towards that. Something that they are planning on doing with RTA, which I'm kind of excited with now, because they started doing it in Guild versus Guild, and I thought it was successful. I thought it changed up the way things were in Guild versus Guild by banning specific heroes based on analytics, who they thought was being used more so than others. And they're planning on doing this in RTA. I don't know if it's going to be for a full season. I don't know if it's going to go week by week. But I think this really, really makes things interesting in the game mode. I don't know what you guys think. Is it something that you would be interested in? Do you just hate the game mode so much that you just don't even care, and it's a small collection of people? I don't know, but I'll tell you right now, I have seen more people playing this game mode than I have in a while. And I think, it might be because it's towards the end of the season, people are just trying to get their points, but I've seen a bunch of different names that I've never seen before here, and a bunch of cool different strategies. It's been really neat. So I don't know if it's just me and a small group of people, but it feels like more and more people are getting into RTA. Maybe they've gotten lucky with their sacred summons, luckier than I have. Or maybe they're just, starting to figure some things out. But yeah, I did just want to have a video talking about, how the meta has shifted just because they've introduced some cool red, green, blue heroes. And it's okay to do that sometimes. It doesn't always need to be light and darks, Some red, green, blues can really shake up the meta and make other LDs better along the lines, because it decreases the power of other LDs. So that's the video, guys. I do want to make a quick announcement that I am hosting a RTA tournament officially through Ace. So it's single elimination. Sorry, not single elimination. Single person entry. It's not a team. You just enter by yourself. It's going to start, a week after RTA is closed. So on the 14th of December, we're going to start it off. The rules are there are no LD legendaries allowed, just red, green, blue legendaries. You can have light and dark epics and elites, though. Those are fine. And one of the things that I'm introducing in this tournament is you get one pre-ban before the tournament starts. And what that means is it's similar to the selection process that you have in RTA, where you'll get the list of heroes, right? And then you can pre-ban one, so your opponent can't pick it in his roster at all. You have to pick this. You have to pre-ban this hero before the tournament starts. As you can see here, some of the people that have entered, they've said, oh, I want to pre-ban Karma. So whenever Rifleman here ends up playing somebody in his bracket, it doesn't matter if they have Karma or if they don't. That was his pre-ban. So they cannot choose Karma in the first pick of 5 people for their RTA picks. So that is something I'm introducing. A lot of people complain that, only one ban wasn't enough in prior tournaments. So I wanted to introduce that. So you get one pre-ban, and then you'll get to ban whatever hero, you think is best whenever your opponent picks 5 heroes. So that's, I just wanted to shout out my tournament there a little bit. And I hope you guys all join. I know if you don't enjoy RTA, you usually don't want to join, right? But I will say the more people that join, the better the rewards are for all participants. You'll even get participation rewards. You have to play, so you can't just enter and then not show up, because then it won't count. But I think everyone should sign up and at least try. You never know. Maybe you can get 1 or 2 wins and you get better rewards than just entry. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this little discussion video. I hope you sign up for the RTA tournament, and that's all I got for you today. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you on the next one. See ya.